Hi everyone, Jamie here from MPK19. Welcome to Family Yoga. Today's standing series is going to be wrist friendly, and if you'd like, you can even keep your shoes on if you have them. This is a great series to do. Maybe you're about to go on your run if you're coming back from a run or workout. Again, you do not need to have a mat today to practice. When you're ready, please find yourself into a standing position. We'll place both hands onto our belly. We are starting off our practice today with some breath work. As you inhale through your nose, take in as much air as you can so that it fills up your two hands. There should be some change, some displacement. As you exhale, let some of that air out. Let all of that air out. Let's do that again. Inhale through your nose, take in as much air as you think you can. Can you feel that into your waist and even into your lower back? That's what I hope you can feel. Exhale, let it all out. On this third inhale, I invite you to set your intention for practice. Your intention can be something simple, something that you wish out of the next 15 to 20 minutes. Or maybe it's something that you wish to feel after this practice. As you exhale, let all of the air out. Let's go ahead and bring our arms off to our side. On this next breath, let's inhale both arms up overhead. And on exhale, we'll slowly come down to half of a fold. You might feel this in the back of your legs. I will show you from the side profile. As we hinge back, we can feel this right behind the upper legs. If you're ready to go a little further, maybe you let yourself fold completely. And we'll slowly roll our way up. Let's take that again. Inhale, arms up overhead. On exhale, come on into a forward fold. You might stop halfway, 2/3 of the way, or all the way down. We're taking this one more time here. Big inhale, find some length through that spine. Push into your feet to feel stable. Exhale, swan dive in to that forward fold. All right, friends, we're going to roll our way up. I will face you so you can see as I mirror you, my right, your left, my right, what's going on next. On this next portion of our series, go ahead and take your left leg, place it over your right. So your left foot crosses over your right. On this next breath, as you inhale both arms up, I'd like you to grab your left wrist. Again, I am mirroring you. You'll go ahead and lean all the way off towards your left side. And what you might feel is this deep stretch on the side of your leg, moving in towards the side waist, out through the fingertips. See if you can keep your head between both arms. Can you feel yourself, again, pushing through your feet as you lengthen through your hands and through your fingertips? Let's come on back to center and you'll switch wrists and go off to the other side. And again, head through the arms. A little bend goes a long way. This is spinal flexion on that bottom side, but a lot of lengthening on that outer side. And so we want to see here if we're able to stretch our muscles and feel present throughout the whole stretch, bringing that same deep breath work to every single posture. Come on and work your way back to center. Okay, so you can choose to go perhaps a third of the way down, halfway down, or like earlier, into that forward fold. Now, what do we hope to achieve here? That same stretch we felt when we were folded forward. This time, maybe more emphasis on the leg that's behind. Take your time here. You'll roll your way up one joint at a time. Come on back to standing. Let's switch and go on to the other side. You'll take your right leg, cross it over your left. And at any point in time, if you notice that this feels uncomfortable in the knees, you don't have to go as deep in the cross as I'm demonstrating right here. It might be a little bit of a stagger. On this next breath, when you're ready, let's inhale both arms up. Go ahead and grab your right wrist, lean off towards your left side. And now perhaps our upper extremities, they feel the same as we did earlier. We're still bending side to side, but it's in the lower extremities where we might feel that slight difference. So again, as we go on this standing practice today, we hope to open our body in a slightly non-traditional way if we get creative with it. How can we stretch while staying on our feet? How can we stretch if we don't have a mat easily accessible to us? Come on back to center. You're gonna switch, lift up, and then we lean off to the side. How does that feel? In the side waist, into the lower back, even into the glutes and the outer hips. Keeping the head between the arms, pushing down through the feet. Come on back to center, and again, it can be the ever so slightest of folds. Maybe this is what feels good in the back of your leg, the back of the back leg. Maybe you go further and further down. So what we're doing here is we are feeling our hamstrings, the muscles behind our upper legs, really lengthen. But at the same time, if this is something that you're not quite used to, there's a chance you develop some strength here. Take some time to breathe into it. Feel the resistance and see if you can breathe into the resistance. At your own pace, go ahead and roll your way up one joint at a time. Come on into standing. Okay, friends, what we're doing next, we're taking it down to the ankles. We'll work our way up. I'll stay mirroring you. Go ahead and take your left foot and pick up the heel. We're going to roll the ankle outward. And so there are only two directions that will go here, so feel free to move in any direction that you wish. We want to feel some mobility in the ankle. By doing this movement, we give some freedom to our calf muscle, the muscles in the lower part of the leg. Let's take that same foot and move it inward. And as we move inward, do you feel this in different parts of the lower leg? Is it maybe the top of the ankle that you feel some mobility happening? Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So picking up the heel and going in small circles. And maybe you find that it feels better to go slower. Don't let me stop you from a good time. I invite you to really enjoy this practice and enjoy something about each posture or each move that we do. Let's go ahead and move the foot inward. All right, friends, we're working our way up. We'll get into a calf stretch next. Let's take your left leg and place it forward so that your heel is down, but your toes are up. Now remember, anytime you pull those toes back, that's an opportunity for those lower leg muscles, the calves, to stretch. To increase the stretch, you might use your hips to drive back. It is not uncommon to feel a hamstring stretch here. That's what we're doing. We're also opening up the back of the leg. Now, if you're here and you say, Jamie, I actually feel this right behind my kneecap, here's what you'll do. Give yourself a micro bend. The smallest bend will give us some leeway to get more muscle, less tendon and ligament. So let's pull those toes back, breathe into it, and just feel that stretch all from the lower leg to the upper leg. All right, friends, we'll slowly work our way up. And we'll take it to the other side. Again, toes pulled back, that's a good thing. That gives our calves a chance to open. Maybe you micro bend that knee, the leg that's in front, and we drive our hips back. Now your hands can be even used to support yourself. Let's say you feel a little bit of instability here. That means you feel as if you're about to fall over. If that's how you feel, you're welcome to use your own leg as a place to balance. However, if you're near a wall or a chair or a person that is okay with you holding on to them, maybe that's what you do. So again, there are many ways to open up our body, even if we use a little bit of assistance from time to time. All right, friends, from here, let's go ahead and slowly work our way up. Okay, while standing, we'll take this next to a lateral lunge. I'll stay mirroring you. Go ahead and take your left leg off to a lateral lunge. So as you bend your left knee, your right leg is long. Now, this is going to be a shallow lunge. Shallow meaning that my hips are quite high. I'll start here. I want the hips to drive back. I might feel this deep stretch in the inner thigh, maybe in towards the groin. Now, if you wish to get a deeper stretch, perhaps you sit lower. Before we go further, let's talk about the toes and the knees. I'd like them to be aligned. So maybe they're off to the corner, maybe they're even pointed forward, if that's what's comfortable for you. I will go off to the side, and then I would go deeper. We want to make sure that we're aligned before we load or go any further. And again, a little goes a long way. So you're welcome again to increase and intensify the stretch should you wish, but a little bit of sensation goes a long way and does help with increasing your strength, flexibility, and maybe even just familiarity of all of it. Let's go ahead and find our way back to center. And we're gonna switch to the other side. So you'll bend into your right knee, but I want those hips back. And then we feel now the left groin and inner thigh stretch. Again, this is not uncommon to feel the hamstrings. Anytime our legs are long and extended, it's a chance for the back of our leg to stretch. So if it's bothersome right behind the knee, you might do a soft bend. Feel how the hips open. So when I say the hips, there are really a lot of different muscles that cross through our hip region. So right now we're stretching out the inner thigh up to the groin. You might feel us a bit into the pelvic muscles. Now here's what we're doing next. Let's go ahead and work our way back to center. Still involving the hips. This will use some balance. Again, you're welcome to grab onto an object or yourself to maintain balance. I'd like you to take your left ankle and place it right above the right knee. Now you can stay right here. This is a good place to be to open up that outer hip. You can stay here. This might be good. Maybe you want a little bit more. Hips drive back ever so slightly. And again, it's intention. How do we feel once we drive our hips back? If you feel as if there's room to push the envelope, maybe we go a bit further. And I mentioned that, again, if you would like assistance balancing, you might use your own legs. You might say, hey, I'm going to place my hands right here so I stay still. Others may be choosing to use a wall or no balance at all. Who knows? So have some fun with it. That as we're stretching today, there are so many benefits to our body that we're able to increase our range of motion over the course of time, building familiarity, which helps with confidence when we move in any given direction, and even help relieving some pain in our body that comes from stiffness. So I do hope that you find some fun with some of these postures. Let's go ahead and roll our way up to standing, and you might even shake out the standing leg. It's not uncommon to feel stiffness, even in yoga when we're stretching, because there is a tension that we must use, a stiffness that we must have to stay from falling over. That's balance. Okay, friends, we're on the other side. So your right ankle above that left knee. You might stay right here and say, it feels quite nice. I feel as if there's some opening happening. No two sides are alike, just like no two people are alike. So listen to yourself, listen to your muscles, and see if you're able to accommodate maybe even further on one side. And take note of that. If you plan on practicing regularly, a good practice to get into mentally is just to take note which sides feel really easy to get into, which sides feel a bit more resistance. And that way, over the course of time, there's progress, and you can even track that. Okay, friends, we're here. We're on that outer hip stretch. This is a standing pigeon or standing figure four. And we'll slowly roll our way up. Come onto your feet. You might shake out those legs. Friends, I'd like to take it next up into our upper extremities, into the neck and shoulders. Again, I will stay mirroring you. Let's go ahead and take your left arm up to the side, your right ear to right shoulder. The good old neck stretch. So here, if you wish to increase this stretch, what you can do is you can take that left hand and move it further back. Now I've increased the length between the muscle and the shoulder, the ear to the shoulder. Now maybe you want to increase this sensation. You can take your thumb and point down. Maybe even turn your head away. So as you're here and you feel this stretch into the neck, fantastic. If you even feel it into the bicep, that's wonderful too. But if you start to feel this tingling down to your fingertips, I'd like you to ease back just a bit. Okay, friends, we're going to release and work our way back to center. We'll do it again on the other side. Let's take your left ear to your left shoulder, extend through the right arm. And like I said, no two sides are alike, so perhaps right here on this side, this is exactly where you wish to stay. That's great. Maybe you want a little bit more. Further back we go. That thumb can totally point down. Maybe you move your head away. And again, we ask ourselves, does this feel okay? Does it feel good? Is it tingling down my fingers? If it's tingling, I'm going to ease back. Okay, friends, slowly reverse our way back. Okay, now let's build next into not just the sides of our neck, but the front and back. From here, you can have your hands off to the side or anywhere you feel comfortable. We're taking our nose next up towards the sky. Now as we gaze up, I'm not looking just with my eyes, but with my entire head. However, if you are here and you say to me, Jamie, I feel something happening in the back of my neck, it feels stiff, then I would say you don't have to look as far up, and maybe this is too far. Maybe you look at a gaze. So as far up as your neck tolerates. Feel that stretch in the front of your throat. We'll slowly bring that nose down towards the earth, feeling the back of your neck stretch. Let's do that again once more. Nose to the sky, again, if your neck allows. And if not, you are doing a modification of that position. And nose down towards the earth. Working our way back into center. Okay, friends, with the arms, go ahead and take your right arm across your chest. Left arm pulling the arm back towards our body. So this is a shoulder stretch here. As we pull our arm towards our body, that's going to intensify the stretch. As we let our arm stay further away, that decreases the stretch. We'll slowly open up and switch to the other side. Left arm across your chest. A gentle pull inward if you wish. All right, friends, let's go ahead and release through the arms. As we inhale, the arms up overhead. This time on exhale, place your hands together. Namaste. Thank you all so much today for joining Family Yoga Standing Series. I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.